Do you support the creation of a third casino in Connecticut? And if so, should it be restricted to operation by the Mohegan and Mashantucket Pequot tribes or open to other bidders?
That's a tough question for me. I have been ambivalent about casinos from the very beginning, primarily because of my work with volunteer work with United Way and what I see happens with gambling addiction and problems within families as a result of gambling. I volunteered also on a gambling task force. And what I've seen is a great amount of improvement in the way we deal with folks who have problems with gambling. It's much better than it used to be. Families lost their homes, families lost their jobs, their cars, everything under the sun when the casinos first started. Families broke up. I don't think we see as much of that now, but we have to be very mindful of gambling addiction and make sure that we have services available if we decide to do a third casino. Certainly, I would not like to see another casino right here in this area, perhaps in another part of the state. And it shouldn't be a monopoly for two tribes. It should be open for management by other groups as well. And I would hope that we would have enough safeguards in place to minimize all the problems that come with gambling addiction.
All right, thank you. Representative McCarty?
Yes, I do favor casino expansion. I did vote in the legislature to allow the casinos to go forward to see if there was a place within the state that would be suitable for a third casino. But my primary reason for taking that vote, which was because we need to protect our businesses and our revenue here, and we have so many employees in this region particularly that work at the casinos, and it was in an effort to save their jobs because the competition coming from Massachusetts would be so great and would draw away so many of the jobs and put the casinos in a even more downward spiral. They've had to struggle over the years to keep the business that they have. So my vote really was to protect my constituents. I do agree with my opponent that we need to do more on the social piece to educate better and communicate better about gambling addiction. There is a problem, but I've approached that with the casino executives, and their pledge is to continue to work in that area as well. So basically, and I think a report just came out, though, that we're having trouble finding an area up even in the northern, around the Hartford area for a new casino. There was some talk about moving it maybe to the southwestern part of the state where they think that more revenue. I would prefer to see something in that Hartford region so that we could help this part of the state with the jobs that we need so desperately here. So in answer, I did support investigating. I think at this time it should be limited to the current two tribes that we have. I think that could open up another range of legal questioning if it goes beyond that at this point as to who is and who isn't able to bid for the project. So I hope I answered that.
Well, thank you. And Ms. Shaw.
Yes, thank you. In a time when we are hard-pressed to find businesses that actually want to come in and develop in Connecticut, I certainly would not deny anybody who wants to develop in Connecticut. So I believe at this point I am in favor of developing another casino. I do agree that perhaps we should push it up in the corner near Massachusetts. My issue lies mainly in the speed at which this project has been taking place. I know that we are in a race against Massachusetts developers, and I'd really want to make sure that whatever development plan is chosen is best for those who live in the area where the casino is being developed. and for the Connecticut taxpayers at large.